Maya Rodriguez hurried through the crowded streets of Neo-Tokyo's lower district, clutching a steaming container of synthetic protein broth. The neon signs flickered overhead, casting kaleidoscope shadows on the grimy pavement where humanity's dregs mingled with the galaxy's unwanted refugees. In the same darkened alley where she'd first found him 3 months ago, the alien sat motionless against the corroded metal wall. His elongated limbs lay twisted at unnatural angles, his translucent blue skin marred by scars that told stories of violence Maya couldn't imagine. The neural interface ports along his spine had been brutally severed, leaving him disconnected from the quantum networks that sustained his species' consciousness. "Good morning, friend," Maya whispered, kneeling beside the creature she'd never learned to properly name. His large, opalescent eyes tracked her movements, the only sign of life in his paralyzed form. She lifted the spoon to his thin lips, watching as he struggled to swallow the meager nourishment. Maya worked double shifts at the atmospheric processing plant, her lungs slowly deteriorating from the toxic fumes, just to afford these daily meals. Her co-workers thought her insane for wasting credits on an alien vagrant, but something in those ancient eyes spoke to her of profound loneliness, a feeling she understood too well. The creature's name was Vexhai Morpheus, though Maya would never know it. Once, he had commanded fleets that spanned 17 star systems, his neural networks controlling trade routes worth more than Earth's entire GDP. The Galactic Commerce Guild had listed him among the wealthiest entities in known space before his exile. His downfall had come through betrayal. His own brother, Kethai, had orchestrated a neural virus that severed Vexhai's connection to his vast commercial empire while simultaneously paralyzing his physical form. Dumped on this backwater planet like refuse, Vexhai had watched his fortune transfer to Kethai's control, one system at a time. For months, Vexhai had waited for death, his proud spirit broken. Until the human girl appeared. Maya's kindness was alien to him, literally. In his species' culture, the weak were abandoned, resources preserved for the strong. Yet this fragile creature, whose lifespan was barely a footnote compared to his millennia of existence, chose to share her meager sustenance with him daily. On this particular morning, as Maya fed him the last spoonful, her wrist-mounted comm unit buzzed urgently. Her face paled as she read the message. "The plant's closing," she whispered, more to herself than to him. "Automation protocols approved. They're letting everyone go." Tears tracked down her cheeks. "I'm sorry, friend. I don't know how I'll keep bringing you food." Something shifted in Vexhai's consciousness. Through sheer force of will, he managed to move one finger, just slightly. Maya gasped as she noticed the gesture, watching as he strained to touch a hidden panel on his chest armor. The panel flickered to life, displaying holographic symbols that hurt Maya's eyes to look at directly. But she understood their meaning: coordinates. Bank codes. Access protocols to accounts scattered across the galaxy. What is this?" Maya breathed. Vexhai's finger moved again, this time pressing a sequence that activated an emergency beacon. Within minutes, the alley filled with the hum of gravitic engines as sleek ships descended from the sky. Beings in expensive biosuits emerged, their movements sharp with urgency and respect. The lead figure approached Vexhai, speaking in harmonics Maya's ears couldn't fully process. But she caught fragments through her universal translator. "Lord Morpheus, thought you were dead, the inheritance protocols." As the aliens prepared sophisticated medical equipment, one of them turned to Maya. "You have fed the Void Walker," it said, its voice filled with something approaching reverence. "The Morpheus commercial dynasty remembers kindness." Maya watched in stunned silence as they carefully lifted her alien friend, their technology already beginning to repair his severed neural pathways. As they carried him toward their ship, Vexhai's eyes found hers one last time. In that gaze, she saw not the helpless creature she'd been feeding, but something vast and ancient, and grateful beyond measure. The coordinates still glowed on her wrist display, and she realized her life had just changed forever. The ships vanished into the star-filled sky, leaving only Maya and the promise of adventures among distant worlds.